Welcome back for episode number 6 of my Tesla Robotaxi video series. In this video, we are going to be taking the longest ride of the weekend from Montopolis Neighborhood Park to Target. This ride in total was about 34 minutes due to some pretty heavy traffic and about 10.5 miles of driving. Um, One thing you'll notice at the beginning of this video is that the Robotaxi actually parks itself, and that is exactly where we got into it in the parking spot, which I thought was pretty cool. And this car actually does something similar at the end, so you want to stick around for that. So as we exit the parking lot here, I just want to reiterate how good this build of FSD is at navigating parking lots. It's so confident, and even when there's pedestrians
So as we
walking
exit
around
the
and other
parking
vehicle
lot,
traffic, it does a great job of knowing where to go, not making jerky inputs. Sometimes I've seen that with version 13 where I'll just drive in the parking lots. I do not see that same behavior in this build. It's really that good, and you have to experience it for yourself, I think, to truly believe what I'm saying here. So as we approach this crosswalk, you'll notice a pedestrian that just walked across. The car in front of us stopped. The light is still active, so the car does the right thing here by coming to a stop, and then when it knows it's clear, it proceeds forward. So I like that behavior. That is the right move. So I just wanted to kind of call that out. that there's a Model Y that just passed us there on the left that is actually one of Tesla's validation vehicles that they have running around town. They use LiDAR to, basically just validate as like a source of truth the vision systems, and they always kind of keep those in check. So that's why you see those running around. But most importantly here, this crosswalk is active. You saw the lights just change and the traffic in the opposite lane stopped. There are pedestrians present. So the car did a good thing here by coming to a stop and making sure nobody was entering the crosswalk. Once it confirmed that, it proceeded forward. So I really like that behavior. Again, you can tell that Tesla is extremely conscious about safety and making sure pedestrians feel safe around these vehicles, which is only going to help their adoption further. So I just want to call out here because I know people watching this are going to scream and say, oh, the safety observer touched the screen. He's interacting with the vehicle. All he does here is change his HVAC settings. So just wanted to call that out. I know some people out there, specifically the haters, will say he was, intervening and driving the vehicle. That's obviously not the case. So just wanted to call that out. We are getting close to the end of the ride here. So we have one right turn left to do here into the Target parking lot. Target was, fairly busy at this time. Now, the businesses surrounding Target are also busy. So you'll notice here, I was expecting to be dropped off at the front, but due to the way this entrance is set up, there's no way for cars behind us to pass us while we're dropping people off. So um, the car made an interesting decision here. You'll kind of see it kind of inch forward. There's a lot of pedestrians. There's a cart guy on our right here. Um, there's people coming and going, crossing, on the road in front of us here. So we'll come to a stop as we should. We'll wait for the pedestrians to move, and you can tell somebody here is recognizing that there's nobody in the driver's seat, which is again another funny thing that you see quite a bit in these videos. But the car will actually, rather than pull over here to the right, it will hang a left-hand turn and then go find a parking spot. So this was the one time it actually did this. And this car, honestly, at the beginning, if you remember, it did the same thing when it came and picked us up. So I don't know if they were running some different experiments with this car in terms of software, but it's just behavior twice. And as you see, it does a great job of parking. Like, better than probably most humans, honestly, who are pretty terrible at parking. Car parks here and puts the parking brake on. And that's the end of our ride. So thank you for watching. I hope that was interesting. But overall, again, no disengagements, no interventions, really no hesitations throughout. So a pretty good textbook drive from the Robotaxi.